Welcome to the 23rd episode of It's All About People, where we learn from the experts who are doing great in their career. In this session, we will be understanding about mental health and how we can overcome it from an expert who is helping many people in our society to improve those challenges. So, we welcome Ruchi Goshar to this podcast show.
Thank you so much, Herschelle. It's a great pleasure to have you as my host, and welcome me. And I watch your lot of podcast videos. You are doing amazing work. Keep spreading joy and happiness and bringing people from across various diverse fields.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am, for supporting and also watching my videos. So, how are you right now helping the people in the society with your work?
Yes, so basically, I have my own company name as Artsling. I am the founder and CEO of this company. So it's a mental well-being service company. Consultancy services are offered in it. It started 2 years ago when the pandemic started in March 2020. uh, that was a time, when everything was uncertain. A lot of people were facing stress, anxiety, even the students, because March is usually a time of exams for 10th and 12th standard students. So at that time, and suddenly the lockdown was announced. So there was a lot of chaos. Everything went, suddenly all were sitting at home and people did not know, they were blank what has happened. So there was a lot of stress, anxiety, how the things will go about, because this situation had never come in anyone's life before, that 24/7 you have to be in home. Usually we are at home on Saturdays and Sundays because most of the people are working right now, so we don't get that space that every day you can be in the home. So that was the time when people started facing a lot of complications in life because they were at home. So their sleeping patterns, their lifestyle, their habits, everything changed, which affected mental health. So people who knew that I am someone who is from this field, so they started contacting me, and they said, can you do something because we are facing this kind of a issue. So that's how I started my company, Artslink, where I offer various services related to mental health and various therapeutic approaches. And apart from that, I also enjoy teaching as a passion. So I am currently teaching at Manivel Nanavati Women's College to the students of early childhood education. I teach them subjects like child development, curriculum planning, preschool administration. So that's my teaching is my another passion. So I am working in that area also. So that's about me and my company, and I keep on doing a lot of awareness about mental health through a lot of podcast videos, like the one which is offering you are conducting and others. So I keep on spreading a lot of awareness about mental health through all these platforms.
Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
yes, ma'am. That's an amazing work that you're doing because in India, if you see, many people are suffering from mental health diseases. Because from one of the latest research that I've done, I have seen that 43% of the Indians are facing depression problems. And that is a great number compared to the Indian population that we have. What I felt was it might be because people are judging themselves or they are thinking what other people might be telling about them. So, do you think that one factor of what people are thinking about others plays a major role for their mental illness?
Yes, definitely. Because each and every individual is different. Because I am from the human development background. It's a studies of entire lifespan of a human being, and we all go through different stages of life. We all are in different ages, and we all have certain issues which keep on coming at different phases and stages of life. So you cannot compare your life with another person, because every one of us has some of the other challenges. So we have family challenges, work related challenges. So you can't, compare yourself with other person, which, a lot of people have started doing it, which is affecting the mental health, and it's gone for a toss, because they see a lot of social media content, a lot of content which is going on, but actually, all this influencers, what they promote, and but actually what the behind the scenes it's going on, nobody knows. So you can't just rely on internet source. The reality check and the reality factors are different, and the internet world is different. So in this way it affects people's thought patterns, their mindsets. So this way it affects their entire mental health factor, because it's a huge term, but we have to figure it out which area it's affecting.
Mm. Yes, that's a very valid point you have mentioned, because when I also started my own work, I was also seeing some people on social media platforms. They were standing with their luxury cars. And me, when I'm starting, I used to compare myself with those other people. And I used to think, is it possible for me? Or I had some small doubts in myself, whether it is possible for me or not. But right now, I'm clear that what is my purpose, what is my passion, and how I can relate to that so that I can keep on growing myself, because ultimately everyone has their own life and we need to cherish our life that we have and live in the moment. And if you see in the past as well, there were no technology which was given, because you mentioned the term social media. Even for small kids as well, when parents were feeding the children, they used to tell a song or recite a poem or tell a story to feed them. But right now, you see, with technology, if the kid is maybe crying, directly go watch YouTube. Or if the kid is not eating, they put some cartoons, maybe like Doraemon or something like that. So, do you think that kind of small shift which is happening, is it affecting the child in that way?
Yes, that's a very good question, and I get a lot of question from parents. What should be the solution for this? Yes, screen time is a huge killer in today's world, especially for children. I can see around in my vicinity also a lot of parents, if they want to make the child eat certain kind of food, or if they want to get child's attention, so they will show them the screen. But ultimately that affects their eyesight, their thinking, the memory. It affects in long run, of course. It cannot be seen in one day, but the effects are, it affects the entire childhood of any person, like from and it continues. It has its own phases. Today if you see, it's we call millennials and Gen Z, like generation Z. So they are very smart and picking up all these things, uh, especially the wrong habits. In our times, when I remember, there were no phones. So we were shown, the nature, see the trees, look at the plants around, touch the grass. We used to feel those five senses of the nature. But in today's time, the children of today are missing those kind of things because of the smartphone, and it definitely affects their concentration, memory, their thinking capacity, and which ultimately, when they go to school, it creates a problem over there, because they cannot focus due to this. And I have so many such cases of parents coming and complaining that our child is engrossed whole day in the screen, and because of that they also get that habit of just sitting on the bed and just watching the screen. So a lot of sedentary lifestyle. So there are obesity problems also. You might have heard the term obesity in children, kids obesity. So that is also a problem because of the screen time. And it also affects their overall growth peak performance. Like the first 14 years in a child's life are the most formative years. Like whatever you do in those years, it remains still life, like it's a lifelong. But if it's not taken care of, then the entire adult life also goes that way. So definitely, screen time has a major impact on entire lifespan of a human being, right from, starting from zero, like today, now the kids are, exposed to screen time much early, like 7 months, 8 months when they are of that age till adulthood phase. So yes, definitely, this is a challenge. And since I'm working also in this sector, preschool sector, so there also we, make sure we give educational games, a lot of educational games to the child, uh, which stimulates their brain, which makes them think a lot. And also it creates, some kind of interest among them, so they are away from smartphone. So that's what we try to develop such things in preschool, because I work, in that sector also. As I mentioned that I teach a course about it, early childhood education.
Yes. And when you're mentioning about your story in the past regarding how your parents used to tell that look at the tree, look at that crow, which color, and in that way. I also recall one story as well. When I was small, we used to play from early in the morning, approximately 9 o'clock till the evening. And we had so much energy to play. And during that holidays, when that March or April comes, we used to play a lot. And if you see these days kids, even if you tell them to play half an hour outside, they tell no, I have something to do, or they give some bahana, which we tell in Hindi. Okay, and that is how they are not coming outside and playing, and that is how they, I feel that they're losing some social skills as well. So while talking about social
Yes.
skills, yeah, yes. So while talking about social skills as well, as a kid transitions from a child, maybe a teenager, and in teenager, we know the common feeling that they have is love towards the opposite sex. And they easily get
Mm.
infatuated. If I'm correctly using the term, their infatuation, that is not true love in their initial period. And after 3 months or maybe maximum 6 months, they face a period which is known as breakup. And that period is very harsh for a teenager to handle because their hormones are not stable. And there are some other factors as well. So, as a parent, or it could be as a friend, because we see friends giving counseling during that time to their friend and giving sympathy and empathy, etc. How should they handle that situation when a person is going through a breakup?
Yes, so very, very common issue again, especially among the Gen Z millennials, the teenagers of today. So, that's a immature kind of love, which we say Bollywood kind of love, which they experience. They feel fantasy and all those things. But thinking about it, they don't have that long-term vision, because they are still in that developing stage. Teenage is the years where they are identifying themselves. They are figuring out who they are, what they want to be, what they want to do in their life, which career they want to go in, what are the future prospects they will be looking for, in terms of job, which college they will be choosing, which university. So everything is a question mark. So when this problem comes, there is a halt to everything, because the entire attention is diverted towards this immature love. That also, as you mentioned, that it creates hormone, because they are still developing in their hormonal growth cycle. There are a lot of changes in hormones, both in boys and girls. Their So their sleep pattern gets affected, their eating pattern gets affected. If they are going through this breakup issue, they might eat a lot, they might not eat at all. There is a term which we call as anorexia nervosa and bulimia. So either you eat a lot or you don't eat at all. So which affects your entire body, your stage, the way you walk, your posture, and also it I say like it affects your ultimate entire lifestyle, because the hormones are also affected. So it affects your sleeping pattern, drinking, because you don't drink water also. Many times you might have seen a lot of teenagers have pimples on their face. So this happens because either they are not too much hydrated, they don't drink water. So the skin becomes dehydrated, it becomes patchy, it becomes rough. And also they face issues like graying of hair. You might have seen a lot of today's kids, they have early graying of hair. Still, they are in college, but they are having gray hair, which was not happening at our time. So it is all, all is interconnected and interrelated. So it's an entire vicious cycle, and of course, it can be overcome. They can overcome this with the professional help. That's why we have school counselors. Even in college, we have counselors who can help them with whatever challenges they are facing, who can guide them, can support them. So, visiting the professional is the best thing, because they can talk in terms of what is going on in their mind, instead of you mentioned that they consider friends as counselors, but they don't realize that friends are also of the same age, going through the same issues. So someone who is experienced, qualified, they should go to that qualified professional who will help them to come out of this. And of course, with the intervention plan and therapy, the breakup, whatever the trauma they are facing, it can be resolved.
Yes, ma'am. That is important thing that we need to understand for the teenagers who are facing that breakup issue. And also, you have told about counselors. When we hear the term about counselors, what comes to in our mind is that, okay, that person is gone mad, or that person is not in his proper state. So, what must be the thing or the idea when we're approaching a counselor? Is the counselor just to prove us that we are not mad or we are sane in that way? Or how should we take that critiques that whatever counselor is telling?
Yes, so a counselor is a person who can help you understand what your thought patterns are, what is going inside your mind, why you are facing certain kind of emotions, why certain kind of uh, issues you are facing. So he or she is the person who can help you in figuring out with whatever confusion you are facing. But sadly, there is a lot of stigma attached to it. People don't speak about it openly. Even if they are coming to us for the therapy or for consultations, they don't want other person to know about it, because they feel that the people will think that they are considered as mad. But it's not that. We help you to identify what kind of issues you are emotionally going through, and we give you plans, intervention plans, which helps you to come out of it. And that is the reason we help you out, and we also support you and give you that mental strength and stamina which is required. So that's the job and the role of a counselor, which many people do not know or either are not aware. So I want to create awareness about this through this platform, that please visit a counselor if you are facing any kind of challenges emotionally, if you are not feeling good, if you are not feeling stable, if something is going in your mind, you require a professional help, and only a qualified professional can help you in this. You can't go to random person sharing all the things. Of course, because some things are confidential, and counselor also maintains that confidentiality, because we are, ethically and professionally trained to maintain those standards, that whatever you share with us remains with us. It doesn't go anywhere out of the therapy room, which we have a space where we do all these things. So a random person would not know all these things, but we as a professional qualified people know where to set boundaries, how to establish meaningful interventions for you. So yeah, this is the awareness I want to create.
Yes, even I also support the same thing. Even I also appeal because many teenagers are going through the same phase and they think that they are like a man if they're not sharing their feelings or if they're able to come out of it from that emotional state they are in. But they require support. Do take a support of a counselor, not of your friend, or it could be your parents itself. They want good for you. So you need to go and counsel or at least talk to them about your problems that you're facing. So that is the period where teenagers, they are not able to understand or analyze about life. But what about those people who are in life, they're settled in life, but still they're facing stress? Because if we ask them, why are you feeling stress? They tell, I don't like my job, or I don't like my boss. The work is not as what I require. So that is the age category of group who are into job and also till the age of retirement. They're going under a lot of stress. So what kind of solutions that we can provide to those people such that they can come out of their stress and live a happy life with their family?
Yes, so there is a corporate stress also, because the work stress professional, because a lot of work also can create tension among you. Either it's, there are different kinds of things in, corporate stress. Either employees are not cooperating among each other, or you are not feeling comfortable with your boss, or you're not liking the work which you are doing, but you have to do it to support your family. So we need to figure it out. What is the main issue? Why you are not liking your work? What are the or is it certain there are what we say company the work timings. Even the work timings also sometimes are not feasible, but you have to work um, out of your wish. So that is also one reason they face a lot of burnout, work burnout, we call it. So you need to, of course, take a help of a professional. So there they can give you, solution to what can be the best for you. If you're not liking your job currently, so are you looking at some other industry? Do you wish to continue in the same field, or are you willing to switch fields? If you have those kind of skill sets and knowledge, you can do that, because today you can do a lot of things, multiple things, but of course you need to have some backup plans, focus. You can't be everywhere. You can't be a jack of all kings. You have to, narrow it down and figure it out for your life, what will work best for you. And if there are certain issues also among the company, we also have, corporate counselors who resolve the issues among the employees, the managerial level. If there are issues that, there is a hierarchy in company, top level management, middle level, low level. So the mediator is always there, is always there to resolve any kind of issues. So this way, the entire corporate life also works. And also one more thing, you have to keep your professional life and personal life separate, because if you mix again both of them, that also creates a stress. Like work, whatever stress is there, it goes in family, and then there are chaos and issues in the family. And if there are issues in the family, that comes in work area. So that is also one more reason where a lot of employees face all these challenges. So we help in those corporate sector also, where we train them to release the stress, anxiety. I go to conduct a lot of such workshops in companies where we offer therapy for the client, their entire clientele base, or sometimes even the employees, so they don't face the burnout.
Yes, facing the burnout is major problem that we hear from the people who just entered into the corporate world, that they are not able to handle the pressure. And it all relates back to the things that you've already discussed. It starts with the small child who was given a mobile phone and who was treated that you can have anything in life. But when they transition to a corporate world, here you need to work and you need to earn your name. No one is going to give you like a mobile phone or something, a corporate title, such that you become a CEO of the company. You need to earn, and it's a hard
Yeah.
process. So we have transitioned from a child, what kind of mental problem he is facing through, and also to an adult, what kind of life challenges that he is also facing through. So, and we have also come up with the solutions as well, so how they can come out of the mental illness. Are there any other therapies or any other solutions apart from that where we can provide to other people who are also facing different kinds of problems in the society?
Yes, like my company, it offers various services. Like one is mindfulness. So mindfulness is basically, it helps you to live in the moment. In the when we started, we discussed about living in the moment. Sometimes what happens, either we are thinking about too much of our past, or you are thinking and getting anxious about what will happen in the future. So you miss the present moment, like what the life is offering you. You miss those moments. So that causes a lot of anxiety, stress, overthinking. You develop those overthinking patterns where the things are not going to happen, but in your mind, you always, think this has happened, and you get overwhelmed and feel emotionally very heavy. So there are tools and techniques which I offers, which helps to deal with such kind of emotions and issues. Then other area is graphology. Graphology is analysis of your entire personality trait, to do what kind of person you are, what kind of personality trait you have. It can be analyzed through your drawing, that is whatever the you draw, handwriting, and signature. Signature tells you about your professional career, your professional growth. So this way, the entire, all this, and there is a graph therapy. Like whatever we, after we take the analysis, we give the person whatever the challenges are, and the graph therapy is offered, which helps them to face, which helps them to come out of whatever challenges they are facing. So this helps to come out of this. And there is arts based therapy also, that is through visual arts or other therapeutic approaches, through whatever today's technology, which has overtaken all the things, like drawing, painting, listening to music. So there are a lot of such therapeutic approaches which my company offers, which helps people to come out of whatever challenges they are facing. So that's about. And currently I am also starting, people want to learn graphology from me. So I am starting its courses very soon. Signature, handwriting, drawing. It helps you both in your personal life, professional life. It can help you in if you are a professional, or if you are, a founder of a company, or if you have your own setup, you want to hire people, you can take their handwriting and analyze, is the person suitable for that role, whatever you are looking for. Choosing a life partner, it can help in selecting business deal, whether the person is suitable for the business partnership. So all those aspects, it can help graphology. So these are the things I'm working on currently.
Wow, ma'am, that's a lot of things that you're working on, and you're helping many people, not only in the society, but also in the corporate level. And you're also sharing your experiences with people through your courses as well. So I hope
Yeah.
all the listeners who are listening till the end are also will be a part of your course as well. So we had a
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. So we had a really great discussion regarding the mental health. We have talked about how a kid faces his mental health issues, to a teenager regarding depression issues, and also the burnout of the employee. So thank you for your time, and that was really great session that we had. And I hope that listeners are also getting some value from it as well, on how they need to sort out their mental health issues with a counselor, or it could be their higher authority. So, anyways, ma'am, thank you for your idea and also for your advices as well, and for your time giving us to improve our lifestyle and also to learn from your experiences.
Thank you so much, Herschel, for inviting me to the podcast. It was lovely interacting with you and creating awareness about mental health. And hope whatever we discussed, it helps a lot of people. Right from, we spoke about entire human lifespan, right from the childhood to um, adult life, how mental health affects even the professional life, personal life. So hope it helps people after they watch this. And if they are facing any kind of challenges, again, I'm repeating, please do take professional help. And we as a mental health professionals, or any other professional, because there are a lot of professionals in mental health, it's a vast category. So please seek the help. We will always be there to guide you, support you. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable time.